Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. No sleeping in bed. Yes. Hopefully, I don't get no copyright strike. Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing? Hopefully, y'all are doing good. Thank y'all so much for your love. And I see your comments from my last video, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it, honey. Yeah, baby. I'm getting old. Auntie be going and going and going, honey. And oh shit. That brick wall will catch your ass. It'll snatch you up. Like, girl, what you think you doing? So yeah, so I appreciate y'all understanding. And to get like that every now and then. I still need to catch up on Reasonable Doubt. I will definitely do that. I'm gonna have to do it like I did the last video. I just did like a quick recap. It wasn't nothing play by play like I do with Beyond the Gate. So I gotta watch it because it's such a good show. So I will definitely be dropping that soon. But when it'll probably be the weekend, maybe. But hopefully y'all are doing well. Just want to do just some quick church announcements. Nothing great, nothing grand. Just thanking you guys for understanding. Thank you for being part of this recap fam. And that's what we do. We have a good time. I had a good time yesterday. Hopefully today's episode 174 will be just as good as 173. I was just ready to get it over with, so I didn't really give my what I thought about it. It was good. I had a good time watching it. It was good, of course, recapping it. It wasn't boring. I didn't skip any scenes. I didn't like, we're gonna see what they're talking about. If not, we're gonna go to the next scene. I didn't do none of that. So I that's when I feel like I have a really good time watching this damn show. So let's go ahead and get this recap started. And I will start this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Who's the king now? Baby, we are at the red door and we see Tyrell playing that VR virtual reality type of game while Samantha is coming downstairs with a basket full of clothes. Now Tide better be sitting in that basket because we ain't seen Tide in a while now. See, there go Tide, baby. I didn't see Tide when she first brought him down. Hey Tide, we ain't seen you in so long. How you doing, Tide? Tide, hey. I'm so tickled. Y'all, Tide is back. Remember, Tide used to be everywhere. He used to be in the bed with Naomi. He used to be over at Leslie's house, girl. It was over at was it at Danny's house? No, it's definitely been over at Naomi and Jacob's house a lot, honey. It's been over at Nicole. Yeah, it was everywhere. So now it's at back at the red door. Hey, Tide. So Samantha, with her lean ass, snatches the VR headset from him. He was like, "What the fuck? I was just about to level up. I mean, it's not any fun when somebody steals it from you, is it? I mean, I didn't know who stole my last Greek yogurt, but it had to be your ass, girl. You know I can't dip without that shit." Ooh, I forgot Smitty was sitting right there on the couch because they was busy fussing. Smitty was like, "I ate the yoga, bitch." He said, "Look, I wanted to avoid an energy lag. Okay, I just needed that boost in my energy. All right, I'll go to the store later. Damn. I mean, why did you just say so, Dad?" He said it's hard to get a fucking word in with the World War siblings going on. That you know why she's pissed because she's on punishment. She can't go nowhere, so she gonna make all y'all fucking lives miserable. Martin comes home through the red door. He was like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on? I can hear y'all yelling from outside." Samantha's pissed about some missing damn yogurt. She turned this into the damn Hunger Games. That's what Tyrell tells Martin. That's not true. He was like, "She's triggered all the time," Tyrell says. She's like, "I'm the only one banned from screen while the rest of you live your best digital life. It's literally a slow and painful death." Tyrell was like, "If your ass was literally dying, all your organs will be shutting down. Then you'll be going pale. Pallor mortis. Then liver mortis. All your blood flows down to your lower parts of your body. How weird." Maybe he's just studying for math. Maybe he's gonna be a doctor because everybody looking at him like, "What the fuck you talking about, boy?" And he says, and then finally, rigor mortis. All your muscles stiffen up. Martin and Smitty says at the same time, "We get it, boy." He just broke down the whole death uh final countdown. It's like, damn. We didn't need to hear all that, my boy. We didn't hear no. Even Samantha was like, ew. Ooh, this bitch walked into Orphy jeans, snatched the damn meal from June to mine. All my years coming up in this bitch, I never. Ooh, but you know what, sis? I ain't mad at you, honey. I used to wear a mohawk a few months ago. So I ain't mad, girl. You got yourself a damn speaking walk on roll on this fucking show. You probably made a good coin. So I ain't mad at you. So as soon she snatched her food, Vernon was coming in there like, what? She's a little thick thinking now. That booty was jiggling when she was walking out the door. Vernon says, what the fuck's her problem? So he's talking to June. Child, we found out that June messed up another order. Now, June ordered. Now, June, girl, you have been working at this damn restaurant for like, what, a month now? And you still fucking up orders? Why do they have her on the floor anyway? And doesn't she do better like doing the register or something like that or cooking? Oh, he says, ain't no need to bite your head off, Jude. I mean, it's just food. Let's see what you say when she fuck up your order, Vern. I mean, it's delicious food, yes, but it's not a matter of life or death for the customer. She says, in this case it was. Girl, don't tell me you gave that lady something that her or somebody in her family allergic to. Uh-huh. See, her husband's got high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. Girl, you sure she ain't had it too? I'm only joking about that because I had high blood pressure and I was on my way to diabetes, but because I reversed it, so I can laugh, right? Don't get on me. But that was a thick sister walking out there. Y'all know that booty was jiggling when she was walking out. She was a thick one. Y'all know she was. Don't even try it. Don't get on here. I ain't fat shaming nobody, all right? Because I'm a 16. You play Sade ain't no. Look, I'm telling you, y'all knew she was thick. She talking about her husband had it, girl. Y'all, hopefully you didn't give her none of that weird ass whatever that shit was that they had on the board. Oh, I handed him a plate of death, June said. Somebody else's smothered pork chops, candied yams, potato salad, instead of the low salt salmon croquette and side salad she ordered off the healthy menu. Child, I can't do that pork like that, but that yam, yeah. I would do that salmon croquette too, but damn. Oh, that sounds so good. So she gave the lady the wrong gave her some pork chops, gave the other people. Now the other customer, wait till they come up in there and find out they open up their fucking bag and they got salmon croquettes. Lord, what if I sent her husband to the ICU? The, Vernon said that woman would have never let that food pass his lips at all. It's human nature, girl, to make mistakes. And it should be human nature to be graceful in the face of them too. Especially when someone expresses remorse. She said, making mistakes has gotten way too natural for me. I almost got fired once already. Spirit's a big part of the job, Vernon said. Yours is megawatt. It makes up for a lot. And she's like, oh, you're the kindest, sir. Now, what can I do for you? She pulls out her little notepad and pen. He was like, 2 pieces of peach cobbler to go. Now, who's the other piece of peach cobbler for, right? It better be for Anita and you, Vernon. Uh-oh. June says, again? That's twice a week on the regular. You and the missus are developing quite a sweet tooth. And then he started looking to the side, Vernon. Did we get the pop, 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 pop? Hey. Congrats on taking a job at Vanicker. We are at Uptown. That's Eva and Isaiah. Remember yesterday they said they needed to go to another place to talk about this man, this secret admirer that Eva is scoping. So they went over to Uptown and maybe have one of them drinks. How are you liking it so far? Eva says. He was like, look, it's good to be working. I'm just still adjusting to being home. And this place definitely has more atmosphere than Orphy Jeans, but it's not exactly private. Well, private enough for us to get to know each other better. In Orphy Jeans, baby, it's a vibe. Many love stories have bloomed in those booths. When I was working for Nicole, she told me that her parents have had more late nights there than any fancy hangout in DC. Well, if it's good enough for the senator and the diva, downright iconic. Y'all know, I don't know if you know or not, but the name Orphy Jeans is actually the name of the creator of the show, Miss Michelle Van Gene. Her name was actually Orphe Jean. Ain't that something? Note to self, he says, do not sleep on Orphe jeans. Exactly, honey. You cannot sleep on Orphe jeans, honey. I have had dreams about that red platter. He was like, also noted, all right? Look, full disclosure. I grew up on Orphe jeans. My brothers and I used to squeeze into those boots, you know what I'm saying? Mouths watering, so excited we could barely contain ourselves because we were about to be fed. We was about to get our grub on. Oh. He said, kind of how I feel right now. I couldn't even read that shit. He says, kind of like how I feel right now. He was ready to be fed. What you trying to eat? I'd say. So Eva was like, I got something sweet. Let's get closer. Closer to. We are at the hospital, and this is Shanice singing. And so guess who pops up? Ted. So when she looked around, she stopped singing, and he was like, don't stop on my account. She was like, I was just messing. Oh, he says, I didn't know you were an articulate Stan. Oh, she says, I didn't know you knew Stan. He was like, yeah, Samantha keeps me up with all the kids' sayings. Yeah. Half of the shit, I was like, what is Riz? Y'all already told me that's charisma. I'm still trying to figure out cap. This capping. I don't know how that lie and capping is like synonymous. He says generally after they've stopped saying it, but I try. So he finally learns all the saying when everybody's gone on to something new. So that's when he finally learned it. And but he does try. And either the great graced us with her presence yesterday, Shanice tells him. I like that little, what is that, a pink jacket? See, here I go talking about stuff. I might drop this picture on here, but y'all already know. He looks cute. Go ahead, Keith. Oh, Shanice says she's still trying to come down from Miss Anita coming by yesterday. I was about to say that same thing. Like, Ted was like, you know Anita forever, honey. So since when were you starstruck? She was like, since always, but seeing her after the reunion hits different. I just wish I had my concert program on me so she could sign her autograph next to Tracy's and Sharon. Well, I'd offer to hook you up, he says, but my former mother-in-law ain't taking my calls. So she says, well, I'm sure that my path will cross with Queen Anita again. He says, is everything all right with Anita? She normally doesn't come here normally to visit Nicole, but well, she came to her this time. What you mean this time? He said, well, I'm glad everything is all right. I still feel like the Duprees are family to me. I wish everything good for them, even though the feeling may not be mutual. The Duprees seem as good as they are fancy, and I bet that there's still a lot more love than you think there. Now, enough stalling now. I deserve an update on your almost sparring partner. What you trying to get to know him, girl? He was like, Carlton? Oh, Eva, she's got us running like trains, baby. I barely even see him. She's like, well, you can't keep that up forever. He said, we can during this cooling off period. So she's like, sticking with the high road, I see, leaving the nurses high and dry. I mean, we don't get to see you and Carlton throw down. Oh, he says, and I don't get to see you take your turn as ring girl. And you know the ring girls, they little outfits, honey. They don't be dressing with no turtleneck and no damn long pants, honey. She looking at him like, oh. He was like, I mean, announcer, because she was looking at him. He's like, look, I promise you, I'd work on my behavior, okay? And I'm trying my damnness to make my word good again. Well, you are making progress. And Shanice is rubbing his shoulders. And so as she's rubbing his shoulder, telling him how good of a progress he's making, we hear a ding. And guess who ass is getting off the elevator? Dana, Leslie, Thomas. She don't look happy at all. Just like how Eva, when she saw him talking with Shanice, Leslie is looking the same way. The same fucking way. Ooh. When Shanice saw Leslie looking at her, she looked like she wanted to fight for that girl's hair off right then. Um, Dana, are you all right? Is it Eva? Cause I guess she's there for Peaches. I guess it's not Eva. It's Peaches, and she just grabs him and holds him all tight and shit. So he's barely hugging her, and so Shanice is looking, so he looked behind her, Shanice, and he's like, "Mm, okay." First dates start off slow, like this episode. All right, we're gonna push through. The red door stuff. I might just breeze through that because it's. I'm gonna be getting tired of Samantha's raging around there and can't because can't go out. I'm gonna get sick and tired of her ass because she gonna make it miserable for them because she can't go nowhere because of her inviting that old boy over at her house. So Eva tells Isaiah, "What books are you reading? What movies are you streaming?" Like the first date could be really, really slow. What are you looking for in a relationship? Not a deep dive into my last hookup. He was like, "Well, well, we'll get to those. But first, I want to know who's on your radar now that you've given up the ghost, i.e., your sister's man." Half sister, she says. I like direct. Maybe a girl likes to hold on to a little mystery. I'm not ready to reveal the identity of my new love interest. Okay, well, how about I guess, he says. You tell me when I'm getting colder or hotter. Mm, you are definitely getting hotter. But go ahead, shoot your shot. Mystery man or mystery woman, he said. She's like, wait a minute. You think it's like that? I don't assume, he says. Oh, he says, I'm here to find out how wide ranging your tastes are. Well, he's definitely all mad. Tell me about him, he said. Well, he's got serious drip, and while she's talking, she's just looking at him up and down. He ain't no fucking stranger to the gym, so he's not hiding under baggy clothes. Check, he said. He's confident, bordering on cocky, big on the Let's see, he says. Never felt the sting of imposter syndrome. Never been much for bowing down. So check again. And his ass as fine as fuck. And that makes the trifecta, he says. I mean, he's smooth now. Y'all can talk what you want to talk about Isaiah, but Isaiah's a smooth bro. He is. He was needed. There are Tama brothers in the DMV who can check my boxes. What makes you so sure that I'm talking about one of them? He was like, well, no doubt that you can have your pick since you are the trifecta as well. You want to know why I am in with the chance? He said it so fast. You want to know why I'm in with the chance? Why? She says. He looks around. Look, yo, I do not see any of those other brothers here right now. All right, we're back with Tide. Hey, Tide, I'm so happy to see Tide. I miss Tide. You look at some of our old Dale reviews. Tide was like one of my screenshots. I might just put Tide as my screenshot today because I missed me some fucking Tide. So we're back at the red door, honey, and Martin tells the kids, "Look, let Dad do his work, all right? And us three can go outside and throw some fucking frisbees." Martin, them kids, it's not 8, baby. They 18, honey. They ain't no fucking puppies. They both said the same fucking thing. What? Samantha was like, that's a damn compromise. And he's like, we used to chase that thing around the park all the time. When they were children. Right. He says when we were into SpongeBob and Samantha was obsessed with breast dolls. Now, if you trying to throw some shade to tell how old she is, because if you get it, if they're 18, then SpongeBob and the Bratz were like a long time ago. All right. Um, my daughter is about the same age. My daughter will be 29 in December. This girl is just turned 30 this year. So the Bratz were popular back 30 years ago. And SpongeBob is still pretty dope. But my daughter were just as obsessed with the Bratz dolls, and we still got some in the closet in the collection. I be wanting to sell that shit. She be like, don't be selling my shit. I'm like, well, you need to take it to your apartment. But yeah, if that line is true, then they're just 17. The Bratz and SpongeBob was not popular just 17, 18 years ago. 30 years, 28, 29, 30 years ago, yeah, but not now. So that's a line. If that's what they're meaning, then that's a line. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not. I don't feel like picking it up. I know. I used to buy that girl Bratz dolls and shit. It's at least Well, I won't say 30. I would say it's at least uh my daughter 29. It's over 18 years ago. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, but the way that he said it, I don't think that he meant because she's 18. I think that he tried to throw that shade because she's 30. So people around that age, that's around their age, knows about that. So yeah, yeah, they know about them. Those two. Shaw, you know what you're saying. Stop explaining. And Smitty tells Martin, like, I like what you're thinking, baby, but it's November in DC. I mean, it's like 40 degrees, Samantha says. He all old and fuck. He talking about, oh yeah, we would throw the football around every Thanksgiving. Why is he so old? Mark, you too young to be acting that old. You acting like you Vernon Jr. You thinking, what's the scarves and gloves and puffy coats for? We can throw that. How are you supposed to play if you got scarves and gloves and puffy coats? All right, we ja, I mean, they're there to make us look good and pop. You know that we're more indoor cats. We ain't no outside dogs. We are indoor cats, baby. She. So after their long talking, honey, they decided to all go to Orphe Jeans. I'm not gonna go through all that. We're at Orphe Jeans now. And Vernon lies to June and says, both pieces of cobbler are for me. Now, you standing there lying, you know June gonna run her mouth, right? Eventually. Hmm. I got a recipe that I can share with Miss Anita that from my big mama. You can replace the honey. Now you can replace the sugar with honey. Verna was like, shit, fuck that. Now you sending me to my death because can't nothing replace no honey, no sugar with no fucking honey when it comes to eating them damn some peach cobbler now. She's like, my big mama's peach cobbler is way more healthy. He's like, look, if Rowena and Anita caught me with somebody else's cobbler in the oven, double entendre. Screams would reverberate all over Fairmont Crest. And I'm just so happy that I'm come this far with this damn show because I remember at the beginning I couldn't remember nobody's names because I thought that all the girls looked alike. I'm like, I will never get to know everybody. The only person I really knew was Vernon because that's Clifton Davis now. Who don't know him? But everybody else, I was like, I remember seeing Timon before on name that damn what's the name of that show on Queen Sugar. I remember him, but I forgot. I couldn't put it together. But everybody else, I was like, I would never know everybody. Him using them big words, reverberate all over the Fairmont Crest. If I put somebody's cobbler in my oven, baby, it would be tantamount to adultery. She's like, oh. And then he says, besides, I'd lose my status. And I really hate to lose my status as being the mayor of Orphe Jean. She said, nah, we wouldn't want that. They got his name and everything all on the piece of paper on his cobblers. Girl, make sure you got him the right order, all right? So he's about to leave. Jessica literally runs into him at Orphe Jean's. Must be a feel good episode because I'm not feeling it today. You're friends with my great grandson, ain't you? Yes, sir. I'm Jessica. Well, nice to meet you. He skedaddles. You know where he on his way to, honey. So Jessica goes over to the counter and she sees June. Hey, dear Jessica. You know she country. Tyrell ain't been around here tonight. Wait a minute. You normally light up like a Christmas tree on Christmas morning when we talk about our boys. But now you standing there looking like one of your bulbs done burst out, and you're trying to figure out which one is the short circuiting. Why do they have this young woman talking like she's 80 years old? Lord have mercy. June, I'm 54. June got this. She's not even 40. I don't imagine she's 40. Why do they have her talking like she's an old grandmama? But if you want to talk about it, the mayor says that I'm a great listener. So Jessica's like, oh, that's really sweet of you. It's just that. And so she tried to tell, and that's when all the families show up. Tyrell, Samantha, and the dad. What's going on with Peaches? We're at the hospital. And so she's so sad. There's something wrong with Peach. The only idea of the only mother that I've ever known laid up in that hospital bed. I can't. Okay. Yes, she's been admitted, all right. What are her symptoms? Um, she's shortness of breath and swollen legs, and those are all signs of her heart giving out, Dad. I can't lose her. I can't lose her, Dad. That can be, he says, but that doesn't mean that they are, okay? I can't lose her, Dad. I can't. Okay, girl. Okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. He's so fucking proper. Don't go there. Don't go there. When I tell you Shanice could see all through the bullshit, because like she's the angle of her standing like right in the middle just listening. But you know she got a death sentence. Shanice, I hope that you can think back to when you met that nurse that came in there and talked about that she was damn Laura's nurse. Please, Shanice, please, girl. Girl, tap back into that nosy side, girl. I mean, it's just like time is just speeding up. Damn it. Look, we don't know that yet, Ted says. So let's get some facts and see what's going on. Shanice, can you pull Peaches' chart, please? Oh my God. So we found out that she's in cardiac ICU. So she's with Dr. Wilkes right now. Dr. McBride was the best surgeon in the DMV. Girl, Dr. McBride ain't here no more, girl. He gone. Rest his soul. So now you're telling me that Peaches has to have some runner up? Your mother is in excellent hands, Shanice says. I want to hear what the doctor has to say. Her mean ass. She cut them tears off real quick. I mean, Ted was like, look, Shanice is right. Dr. Wilkes is the latest, and he's well versed in all of the latest procedures and treatment options, okay? He said I would trust him with his own mother's heart, but your mother ain't here no more, so not too sure if that was a good analysis, Ted. Not a smart statement. So Ted gets a text. He needs to go check on a patient. He asks Shanice, and she says, I got this. So please let this be some tingle tangles that go through Shanice. Like, bitch, I remember your ass. You was here that night when Lord. Oh, come on. Before I push play. I'm pulling all of the creative juices out from the sky. Or because she think that she could talk real nasty to Shanice. Let's see what's going to happen. Push play, y'all. I'm sending Dr. Wilkes an alert that Peach's family needs to speak with him. She says, you'll feel a lot more comfortable after you meet with him. Because this is after Ted leaves. And while Shanice is reading this text to her, she cut them fucking tears off and looking at her like a motherfucking fool. Ooh, she says, maybe my words got drowned out by the fluttering of those fake ass eyelashes before bed. But if I wanted your fucking opinion, I would have asked for it. Shanice kept blinking her fake lashes, honey. That's all that bitch could do. Come on, Shanice. I need for you to pull back a good memory, honey. Please, girl, please. So we're back at Uptown. Just Eva and Isaiah getting to know each other. I mean, you got a lot going on. He says, you're new to part of your family, new to your job. If you hear me slowing down reading some of the stuff, Isaiah reads so fast. He talks so fucking fast. So reading the sentence on the screen, I have to understand. It has to make sense to me. So ain't nothing wrong with me, y'all. I'm just trying to make it make sense. So yeah. He says, but it seems like you got a lot of that shit under control. But you got a lot of guys circling. Who? He says, but you're looking for the right man, like I'm looking for the right woman. The rest is luck. Are you feeling lucky? He says. She says, right time, right place, he said. Right woman. Ooh, you are smooth. I said that. I said that earlier. That nigga is smooth. Oh, I'll give you that. She says. He was like, what else will you give me, Eva? Shit. Eva, you better give it. You gave it to Tomas, girl. Whatever you get from me, Isaiah Hawthorne, you're gonna have to earn it. He fucking licks his lips. So you're back at that damn loud ass Orphe jeans and the saxophone on that damn jukebox. Tyrell tells Jessica that he's sorry that they couldn't study at home. The house just is not big enough for. It was just too crowded for them as well as Samantha's pouty mouth. So I'm wondering if she gonna leave or something, or she moving. She got accepted at a college somewhere far, far away. So we'll see. So they just talk about how Tyrell looks in love. Oh, just as much as we did when we first met. Martin tells Smitty, oh. And so Samantha's just rolling her eyes. She went over to the counter next to her mammy. She's like, girl, I know you ain't over here pouting and feeling sad when you was begging your brother to give Jessica a second chance, honey. Well, it's not fair. I mean, everybody's out here living their best life, and while I'm out in here drowning in my worst life and be grounded forever. Have you ever heard of helicopter parents? And June was like, mm-hmm. Well, my dads are like drone dads now. This too shall pass. There are worse things in the world than having two dads who care. So Smitty goes over there, asks June how she's doing. So she says strawberry with cream with cherries, milkshake, and Tyrell cookies and cream. Now, what is you and Martin? Child, we're gonna brush over this. So she asked what his order was. Well, he says that Martin would have a strawberry shake, and of course he says he wants a chocolate shake. I'm like, why not? Smitty likes chocolate. I mean, duh. So he says, I want to thank you, June. She's like, for what? For taking your order? He was like, no, for saving my family. Oh. How was she? What do you think? She's really sick. Back at the hospital, honey, with Shanice asking that of Leslie, and Leslie just mad, girl. Keep talking, Leslie, because Shanice is going to put two and two together, bitch. Well, I'm here if there's anything you need. So she snatched the paper. That's what Shanice and went over to the other side of the desk. Well, what I need is for Peaches to get out of that hospital bed and back on her feet. Not looking all pale and wheezing and looking like she's about to go to the next life because she's tired of living in this one. Okay? So your question was just uncalled for and unnecessary. Shanice was like, bitch, I was just doing my job. Ain't no need for you to get all backed all up. I would get my back wherever the hell I please. Excuse me? Shanice says, I have paid this hospital a hefty check. One that will buy me the kind of respect that I demand from people like you. See, she's spending all this money and she's not having it accounted for. Keep talking about all these checks you spending, bitch. Keep spending. Cause you sure gonna run out. And you burning a lot of fucking bridges. No one buys me, bitch. Miss Johnson, Nurse Johnson, Dr. Wilkes just cut her off. Miss Thomas, I'm Dr. Wilkes. She said, oh, I know who the fuck you are. Where were you? My mother's in distress. Sorry, there was an emergency. Oh, with a more important patient? Oh, she just cutting them off. That rich bitch energy is just ugly. Someone who's probably a friend of the hospital. Yeah, so special. He says I treat all my fucking patients equally. I thought that was gonna be the dude that she's supposed to be kicking it with, but that's not him. This guy's a different white guy. Bad answer, she says. We all know how it really works around here, don't we? So I tell you what I expect, doctor. I expect VIP for Peaches. Okay? VIP treatment. And I need for you to tell me every single thing that you are going to do to help the only mother that I have ever known. Okay? Shanice is looking and rolling her eyes, baby. I believe in putting in the work. It's going to be a pleasure getting to know you, Eva Thomas, if you allow me. I tell you, that damn Isaiah is like talking that shit. Yeah, Eva, he gonna earn it, girl. It's not every day that I come across somebody that's fine and that's worth knowing. That's why I said that Haley is barking up the wrong tree, baby. Because Isaiah ain't feeling your ass. I mean, nice talk, but there are some questions that can only be answered through action. Shit, he says, do I have permission to act? I mean, yeah, the tongues and the lips was like connecting like a magnet. Yeah. I like to watch them kiss. That didn't look uncomfortable for me. I don't like to see Bill and Haley kiss. But that was passionate. Eva likes to move her head a lot too. She did the same thing with Tomas, but I like to see them kiss. So they've been treating her. Well, we back at the hospital. So the doctor tells her they've been treating her since this morning, but just recently she just started getting worse with congestive heart failure. He was saying all them big fucking hospital terms. I ain't doing that shit. So her legs swelling and her difficulty breathing, they're working on trying to get that calmed down. So you're saying she's getting worse. So what are you going to do about that? So they're currently putting her IV with some furosemide. That should take down the swelling and help her breathe a whole lot better. That's what he tells her. So he says that she should be better, in a few days. So you just gonna hang a bag of medicine and just send her on home? She says, and so are you in one of those magazines, where everybody can see all your accomplishments and credentials, like Doc McBride? He says, actually, I am. There's something around here. Like, I just want the best doctor that money can buy. I am the customer, and the customer's always right. When I tell you she's acting like a bitch, I'm pushing through this. Maybe I'm pushing. God knows I'm pushing through this because she is just. You could tell that she's fussing through her pain. It's her pain that's speaking. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of empathy on this bitch, and I mean a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Shit. And this customer wants another opinion. Ooh, he says, with all due respect, Miss Thomas, this ain't no fucking shopping mall. Medications and lifestyle modifications like eating all that fried fucking food can greatly improve the outcome from Peaches' condition. And I'm happy to go over all of your options with her. He's saying, go please get a third opinion. But I'm telling you this one thing, bitch, they're going to tell you the exact same thing. Shanice goes right to her and says, lashing out, bitch, at the people who are taking care of her ain't the fucking move. That's like spitting at the waiter right before he goes to get your order. Nurses aren't supposed to anticipate, right? So you can't see that your little nosy bedside man is getting on my last fucking good nerve. Ain't you supposed to be somewhere wiping somebody's dirty? Oh, she said, bitch, listen, I am not the one or the two, and you won't be standing here gonna be talking. What I won't stand for, bitch, is you coming up in my hospital insulting my staff. Tell her, Shanice. Tell her, bitch. Now, Dr. Wilkes is more qualified than any of those wigs or personas you have. Shanice is the bitch. Shanice is the one. I've been wanting somebody to read the fuck out of this bitch. Thank you. I hope you feel good about yourself because all those little words. Oh, yeah, we're going to make sure that you regret them. Don't get that bitch fired. Please don't get her fired. She said, you know what? I ain't got time for this, Shanice says. Maybe your money will get me in trouble, but until it does, I'm going to deliver every single one of my patients 100%. Ooh, she says, no matter who they play daughter is. Ooh, she left Leslie speechless. Clock in. All right, we're back at the kissy kissy of the Eva and the Isaiah. These are the only two scenes I will say that I'm digging. The one with Leslie and Shanice, and the one with Isaiah and Eva. And normally, I'd be hyperventilating watching Leslie on the screen, but this was necessary. Now we just need for June to bite the shit out of her. Because somebody needed to, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about Leslie's character. So disappointing, but this was necessary. At the risk of sounding conceited, I'm going to say that that was one for the books. I mean, it was I. He was like, man, you don't know your power, do you? You could take a guy like me to the highest of heights and then pierce his ego in seconds, girl. I mean, I could have sworn that ego was spill proof and fire tastic. Not after that kiss, he said. But I mean, if I didn't bring it for you, she was like, oh my God, the look on your face. I mean, I felt it. But points off for not letting the kiss speak for itself. Well, in the way that deflect compliments make me think that you haven't had nearly enough. Nope, she hasn't. Poor, bless her heart. I'll judge when I had enough. Well, maybe you need to sample the goods again so that you can make an informed choice. You hear me, girl? He got his eyes closed, ready to kiss. Oh, they was finna lean in again and kiss, and the buzz. Mama, honey. Leslie can never fight a fight alone. You know that, right? Most bullies can't. If you know a bully, there's always at least one or two other people. They can never fight alone. So she disturbing this girl on her date. Sorry, mama. So you were saying? So she pretty much ignored her call, and she sent her the voicemail, and she called right back. And so Isaiah was like, hey, it sounds like somebody's persistent. She's like, huh, understatement of the century, honey. He says, I think you should get it. So she gets the phone. Hey, mama, I'm at that thing that I was telling you about. Remember? Honey, I'm at the hospital. It's Peaches. Mama, no. Is she? Okay, we're back at loud ass orphan jeans. Smitty is talking about Samantha, that she's the Samantha whisperer, tells it to June. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Fucking up names. Is it mean of me to be okay and happy to see that she's just been a little bit of a brat? I can't tonight, y'all. Come back to the argument between Shanice and damn Leslie. That's what made this episode really good. So he talks about, that he's really grateful. And so she's like, well, I hope that I let them be kids and not to try them into little adults. He was like, no, he said, you raised them perfectly. My life, my care, my gratitude for you and Martin is bone deep. June is so fucking deep, I swear. She sound like an old woman. So Smitty admitted that he was afraid that they was gonna love her more than them. She was like, love doesn't make you a parent. Love does. Care does. You and Martin are their fathers in every sense that matters. And that's not going to change. Not because I showed up, and not because you had some little spat or some trifling little bull. Well, Smitty and June just has a nice, heart to heart conversation. Like I said, overall, Smitty was just afraid that the kids was going to love her more than them, and so she pretty much reassured him that they are right where they belong, and she's never going to get in the way of that. She gave some long ass Maya Angelou speech, but I ain't going over that. Anyway, Martin calls Vernon, and we see Vernon in the same hotel hallway, going over there to see Sharon, honey, with that peach cobbler. What you doing eating peach cobbler twice a week, Vernon? All right now. So Martin tells Vernon that they're deep in college mode, and so Isaiah is going to be reaching out to them soon to talk to them about Tyrell coming over to Banneker. Well, you know what? That's really great news. I hate to rush off, but I'm already late for a Winterfest sponsorship meeting. Vernon, you be lying. As soon as I gotta take a picture of this. Let me pause this and take a picture of Vernon. He was like, it never ends. As soon as he hung up that phone, baby, he looked like, let me hang this fucking phone up. So we're back at Orphe Jean's, girl. And Jessica and Tyrell are sharing a shake, and he was like, that's the least. She said, we got to thank your dads. He said, that was the least that they could do for ruining our date. She said, well, better them than me. He was like, what's going on? What's the tea? So, right when she was about to tell him what the tea was, damn, Samantha's old crazy ass. Oh, thank God. She couldn't just interrupt them. Ooh, so they sitting there talking about. He says, "Well, don't worry about Samantha. She's acting like a bitch. She's been in a bitch mode since the Nathan incident." And Samantha was like, "What? You told her?" And so, Jessica was like, "Girl, I would have found out anyway." What? She said, "Yeah. Once you lost your V card to Nathan, he would have posted that shit all over his social." He wouldn't, Samantha says. And Jessica looks at Tyrell, was like, "Wait a minute, you didn't tell her?" He says, "I didn't want to hurt her feelings." So she was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Samantha said. And on Halloween, we ran into Nathan, and he was this close and telling everybody about how he was almost ready to, score with you. So only you got grounded. Then your super bro stepped up and nearly challenged him to a fucking duel. Trust me, Jessica says, you dodged a really major creep. So Samantha was like, why didn't you tell me? I want to know that too. I think a lot of us had that same question. Why he never told her? He said he was hoping that she would forget about him before she was ungrounded. He was like, and besides, nobody gets to insult my sister but me. So Martin talks to Smitty. He's like, look, I see that you and our favorite waitress was over there getting heavy, heavy, doing that little conversation. So now Smitty has definitely come to the conclusion that June is not trying to steal their kids. He confirms that with Martin. He's really happy that she's in their life. So now we're at the hotel, and Eva came to see Leslie at the hotel room. Should we be at the hospital, Mama? Oh, the ICU is limiting her visitors so she can rest. She's sleepy now. So Eva asks her, what's going on? So they give her enough medicine to help stabilize her, but we found out that it's not enough. We've got to get Peaches a miracle. girl. I mean, the kind that our money can buy. Can we buy a new heart? And what about those ones that are the robotic ones? Mama, it's good to see that you're pouring all your love out there for her to save her. I mean, where do we start? So they talk about different locations in Nova, Fairfax, Virginia. Leslie wants a specialist. She's not too sure if they should move Peaches before this episode is over. So they're just trying to brainstorm. Maybe we can bring a doctor to her. I mean, have you talked to them about drug trials yet? There could be something out there that can extend her life because drugs are advancing, and maybe it could be something out there that they can do more than what Garland is offering her. I think we need Tad. Of course, she wants Ted. Eva was like, "What? Why?" I mean, I thought all those years, he's been practicing. I mean, he's a doctor, all right. This is what Leslie was saying. I mean, he's a doctor, all right. He's family, and I trust him, Mama, and I trust him with Peaches. And he was very kind to me just now. But asking of him, that's too much, Mama. That's not even his specialty. Hopefully, she's not wanting him to do surgery on her. He's a plastic surgeon, but maybe he's not a heart surgeon. I mean, listen, if I ask Ted to help me, he will want to help me, okay? End of discussion. Now, tell me all about your date. Eva was like, but Peaches, Mama. Baby, we have a game plan, all right? She just took that out of Eva's hands and put it in Ted's hands. Ted, don't do it, Ted. I mean, I will check on her as soon as ICU permits, okay? Now, can you please start from the beginning? And don't you dare leave anything out. Okay, as you know, we started at Orpheum, but that wasn't really fitting our vibe. So he took me to Uptown. And then we hung. I felt like he could keep up. Like whatever I said, he was right there. No slack, you know. And please tell me you didn't leave that man's presence without sampling the goods. Why are you asking that, girl? Well, we were interrupted. Lord, you cannot be my child if you let that tenderoni get out of there and you didn't get a proper smooch. Oh, we smooched, but it wasn't all that proper. Ooh. Hey, we're at the hospital, honey, with Ted. This is Ted approaching the nurse's station, talking to Shanice. He was like, "Did you lose a patient?" She was like, "No, I almost killed a patient's loved one." Dana, he knew exactly what it was. She's like, "I am a fucking professional. My bedside manner is the fucking best. A little gossip, a little stern, a little fun. I am unshakable. Better that lunatic of yours, honey. She almost made me lose my religion and everything that makes me the best damn nurse in DC." All right, so we're back at Orpheus. We did find out that Jessica applied at UCLA. Y'all know that ain't nowhere near DC. So he was like, "Cool." She's like, "Well, what if I get in?" All this stuff. This happens, honey. This is part of life. Everybody has had a little high school crush, and then everybody go their different ways, unless you just be staying together forever, honey. Next, honey. So we found out that her parents went there, her grandparents went there, and so she wants to go there to study theater. I like her. You want to be theater girl? Yes. Yeah, I mean, I am already. I do want to get my master's though in theater, but I don't know what I would do with it. But I do want my either in business or theater. I'm thinking more business because I got something brewing. But yeah. So they talk about the fact that he says stand near close to his parents is important to him. She said, but making her parents proud of her is important to her. The proud part for her is going to US UCLA. The proud part for him is going to Banneker. So they're gonna both. He's gonna apply for UCLA. She's gonna apply for Banneker, but more than likely she's gonna go out to UCLA and he'll stay there at Banneker. So she was like, if we do all of that, you stay here and I'm going there. What does that mean for us? So Martin and Smitty tells him he has to go because they're going to be meeting Isaiah at their house so he can talk to him about Banneker. Blah, blah, blah. We're back at Orphan Jesus. So June gave the lady her order and that lady snatched that bag from her. June be fucking up shit. So June talks with Jessica a little bit about, her breaking her little boy's heart. And so she said them being separated by 3,000 miles, that relationship ain't gonna last. Yeah, like me and my best friend and her boyfriend, they went to different schools and they didn't even last until Thanksgiving. Girl, I know that problem. Been there. Been there, baby. So she's like, well, maybe it's best for us to, get out now before, we just get too deep into it because they're still very new in their relationship. So if they get out now, then if she gets accepted at UCLA, it'll be easy for her to just move forward. Although she does like him a lot, but she says it's better to just get the fuck out now. Well, at the red door, Isaiah's there to meet Tyrell. For some reason, I thought they met already, but I guess not. So they go to the kitchen. Smitty and Martin go to the kitchen to give Isaiah and Tyrell some time alone. He says, "Well, from what I hear, you chess master, or checkers, one of them." So he was like, it's good to hear that you want to go to Banneker. We just want to make sure that Banneker, if it's a perfect fit for you, all right. So they do a little, I guess he's recruiting, but he's an advisor too. So Tyrell, makes it just keeps it real with him. He say, "Look, my girlfriend is about to go to UCLA, and how am I supposed to make it work if I want to go to Banneker?" And so Isaiah was real with him. He's like, "Look, I feel you. My girlfriend just dumped me." Damn. So he said, "Endings, even the ones that gut you, it can always lead to better beginnings," which is so damn true. I hate Dana put you all through that shit. I'll talk her down. Shanice is like, honey, don't no need for that. I explain everything to my supervisor. I'll be fine, honey. He was like, look, I'm just saying, no matter how much money she's slinging around, baby, you are invaluable. She said, look, I don't need you or anyone to referee for me. All right, Ted? She's not the first difficult family member that I've dealt with. He was like, I could see that shit. He said, but just so you know, you really are a force. She says, some may argue that I'm too much of one. He was like, well, they be wrong. She was looking like, oh shit. And he was like, let me go check on Peaches. She said, Ted, do you want to tell me what it was? He was like, what do you mean? She says, what you ever saw in Leslie. I talked about that shit today, earlier. Tell me, go on, tell me. We're back at the hotel, and Leslie is there begging Eva to tell her about this kiss. Because she ain't get no damn play, so she might as well live through Eva. It was fire, but it was just a kiss, and I don't want to make too much of it, okay? Oh, no, no, no. Girl, we are not going to jinx this. But honey, us Thomas women, we do have good things happen to us, right? So tell me this. Was it good enough for you to wash Tomas all up out of your head? And Tomas, oh, who? Thank God. Okay, well, I gotta go and do some things for work, but please call me if anything changes and let me know when I could go see Peaches. So she tries to skedaddle. Oh, I will. They give each other a hug. I will let you know as soon as I see her and I will give her your love. Shit! Eva left her gloves in the room, so when she was about to go chase Eva, at the same time, Leslie saw Sharon open the door for Vernon, and Sharon says, "Now you better leave before somebody gets the idea about you and I." He says, "Yeah, especially my wife." And Leslie's like, "Ooh, well, well, well. If it isn't Senator Dupree sneaking around with the wrong articulate." Delicious. And I see what y'all mean. That's the end of episode 174. They keep showing these old articulates reunion, Tomas and Eva kissing. Like, y'all need to show us the new stuff. Maybe they did that because they had that date. No, they need to show us more new stuff. But anyway, I mean, the episode was good. It got better at the end. I love the argument between Shanice and Leslie. It was all right. It was all right. I'll give it a 2.99999 frames. I give 5 frames if I feel like it was the bomb. Like yesterday was 5 frames. Today, because I skipped over a lot of stuff. So, all right, let me go ahead and mash this together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.